runners, have you tried squats or heard runners should do squats and you're like, I don't know, they really don't feel good for me. So I hear this a lot, that squats aren't good for your knees. By the way, I also hear this with running. So I just want to share something about squats themselves. It's just sitting down and standing up. So think about it. You sit down and stand up all day long. So you want to feel like, I want to make sure that I do a movement correctly, that I do often. So all a squat is think about that. It's just kind of sitting down and standing up. So what's important is, I'm going to start here. So anybody that I work with myself, I always start them with a seated squat. And this is why, because when you have a seat, you have stability and support, right? So when I'm seated right now, I have a stability in my seat and in my feet. And this is really important because right here is how you get stronger in your squat. So I'm starting on a really high bench. You pick any height you want. This is simply just to practice the sitting part of a squat, and then I'm going to go lower. But to just get started, just sit here for a minute, and what you want to do is look at your feet and bring your feet back a little bit. You want your ankle bone behind your knee bone. Doesn't have to be very far, but it needs to be there. Lift your torso, lift your arms even. Really feel that your upper body is lifted. So first, just sit here a minute. And this would be like if you were even typing at your desk, sitting at your computer, right? This is really how you should sit all the time. Not slumped over like this. So then you're feeling like, okay, here's my line, right? And then where's your body weight? It's on your seat, of course, but also in your feet. Feel how the whole foot is flat on the ground. You can wiggle your toes, very similar to that running ready stance. Now here I am. How do I get up? This is where people really struggle with the squat. More than anything else is that getting up. So think about it. This is the same as if I'm in a chair. How do I get up? So, and have I even thought about it? So what I see people do, especially as they get older, is they get up by first letting their body weight travel this way. So I see this a lot. I see the head and shoulders travel, and then they raise forward. I don't want to hit my head, hold on. So I see this a lot. And then they come up like this, right? It doesn't really look very comfortable to me. So this is just placing weight. If I do this, now I've got weight on my lower back. So then if I just lean forward like people want to do to lift their seat, my body weight's forward, and then now I'm going to use my back to bring it up. So I can see why that would not be a comfortable way to do a squat, right? Or even get out of a chair. So I'm going to give you this, and hopefully you'll start to do this. Every time you get out of a chair, before you lift up, lift your torso, open, right? Think about where your upper body is. And then what you want to do to lift is put body weight in the feet. Press down with your feet and use your glutes and your torso to lift. You see, I just lifted and I used my glutes and my abs and my body, and I unweighted my legs. When I go to sit down, I'm going to pull my stomach in, again, core stability, and I'm going to sit back and down, right? There's my chair, sit back and down. Then to lift up, again, weights in my feet, activate the glutes and lift your torso up. So then all of a sudden you're pulling your stomach in, squeeze the glute, pull my stomach in, squeeze my glute, pull my stomach in, squeeze my glute. So I'm learning a movement pattern. And this is any time I sit, not just to squat. So say you're like, well, that sounds good, I'm still struggling. Hold on to something. So something sturdy, right? A door frame, anything. So hold it. But you have the same thought. Where's my body weight? In my feet. My ankles are behind my knees. I've lifted my chest. I'm holding on. I'm going to lift. I'm going to squeeze my glutes. Pull your stomach in. Squeeze your glutes. See? What you're doing is you're developing what's called a movement pattern, because you want a squat to be a natural movement pattern. So when I go to sit down, I will naturally think, pull my stomach in. And when I go up, I will squeeze my glutes and hold this lifted. But when you practice, you want to be exaggerated. Any drill you do. So even the breathing becomes part of it, right? So pull your stomach in. When you squeeze your glute, exhale, right? Anytime you're going to do the action, exhale. And then see, I'm using my arms. I'm being a little bit silly, but it's because I want you to feel that lift. So if you spend time first working on how to squat, then all of a sudden squats don't seem so bad, because then you're like, oh wow, when I sit back, there's zero pressure on my knee. Isn't that great? If my ankle is behind my knee, there's also no pressure on my knee, just like in running. If I use my glute and lift my chest to unweigh, there's also no pressure on my knee, and I'm feeling the right muscles. So then we graduate from the chair, right? First we take the chair away, and let's see if we can just do it holding on, but with nothing. So then the same thing, pull your stomach in, squeeze your glutes. Then you're like, oh, that does feel the same. Where's my body weight? In my feet, right? I can wiggle my toes, I can leave them flat. I'm not worried about where's the weight, because it's on my foot. My line is up. It's more, am I stable? Yes. So pull your stomach in, squeeze the glute. Notice there was no forward lean or backwards lean. The torso stayed upright. Very important, because then you're gonna let go, right? Now I'm gonna squat on my own. I have to pretend there's a chair here. So pull your stomach in, squeeze your glutes. Pull your stomach in, squeeze your glutes. You wanna make sure before you take the chair away or before you take this away that you can feel that movement pattern. That is so important, because then I don't have a weight. Pretend this is a weight. Looks like a big weight. Then you can add weight, right? So why would I add weight? The same reason you add miles, to get stronger, to gain a little more strength. First though, learn how to squat. Then you can do things like front squat, right? Or I can back squat. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just a squat, overhead squat. All squats are the same. You can just load them. But first, what's important is I need to be able to feel that I can use my core to stabilize going down. And then I'm down here, very comfortable. Weight's still in the ball of my foot. Squeeze my glutes to come up. You have a lot of elasticity in your hips. So doing some repeated squats lets you go not just into strength, but into elasticity, which is why you do like sets and reps, right? So if I would do, like, say we'll do a set of 5, well, just because we don't have a lot of time, I'm gonna make sure we set, look down, make sure your feet are even. Now this is something, your feet, when you're running, you should face forward. For squats, if they wanna rotate out a little bit, no problem. And that's important. So you can test that when you just do your regular squats. Make sure that they're even, you're squared up, hips are squared, shoulders are squared, upper body's lifted. So then pull your stomach in, squeeze your glutes. Pull your stomach in, squeeze your glutes. Remember, you're exhaling as you come up. Pull your stomach in, squeeze your glute. Pull your stomach in one more time. Pull my stomach in, squeeze my glute. Now, that was really good, a little bit of elasticity. When I add weight, I'll go a little bit slower because I'll have weight. You'll actually go slower on the up because you're holding weight. So if you're holding a weight, your tempo could go a little bit slower, right? So what's important isn't so much how much weight, how many reps, just so you know that. What's important is when I do the squat, can I feel the correct movement? So I'm really big on this because I joined a gym when I was 14. I'm 54 years old now. I've been squatting for 40 years and squats are great. They're so fantastic. They allow you to handle your own body weight for your run, for walking, for standing, for sitting, for all of it. But really that feeling of being able to hold stability, right? Keep your core on and use your glutes is huge. So when I first work with people, and this is in the immersion, it's also on the channel, on the YouTube channel, I'm like, start these glute walks immediately before anything else. It's like before you do a bunch of squats, glute bridges, glute walks, right? Because what do I want to do? I want to start really training my glutes. What's the muscle we use in running? I'm just asking for fun. The hamstring. So what is the glutes role in running? Because we're using all of our muscles when we run. The glute is a stabilizing muscle in your run. So when your foot drops down, that glute needs to stabilize, right? Squeeze, beyond. And this is why you want to learn how to do muscular strength as well as muscular endurance for your run, because it's all connected. So knowing I have a strong glute, see my glutes on, I can do my glute walks, I can feel that glutes on. When I do my squats, I can feel I'm using my glutes. I really make sure to activate. And then, you know, it's important. So then I know I have that strength. I have elasticity. When you run, you actually have more confidence because you're like, wow, it feels so much easier to run when I have strength and elasticity in my legs. So it does really help as far as keeping you in form, helping you to run faster and longer, delaying fatigue. So I just want you to know squats are important. Doesn't have to be high volume, just like with running. Just quality is important. And then try it. See how it feels. Try it holding on. Try it with something seated. And this is something else I highly recommend. When you do start squatting, think to yourself, I also should do some self-care with the squats. So we're really big with RunRX on strength and self-care. So what does that mean? That means I'm also gonna maybe do a warm-up roll. I'm also gonna do with my squats, like I said, some glute activation, but also like some stretch activity. So this is the fun of joining us, by the way. We've got the app. If you've tried it, let us know what you think. We'll keep adding more content to it. Of course, we have all the free content on YouTube, on all the social medias. But if you join the immersion, if you come in and join us, I'll give you a little bit more guided practice. And I've been encouraging everyone, and I'll encourage you as well. Add in, when you're doing your strength stuff, that self-care is so important. So make sure you're doing you're adding in the rolling, the hip openers. If you'll see, and it's free, if you're doing the app in the warm-up one, you know, those hip openers, keep those in, those glute activations, those toe touches, and then do something that lengthens you, right? Like a modified pigeon stretch, that's really good. So that all goes in. So do your strength, do your self-care, and of course, do your running drills too. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and if you've subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please do, and share this with anyone that wants to squat and run pain-free. Thank you, guys.